Businesswoman Tracy Ohiri is trending again. You're asking everybody to mind their business. Mind your business.
And now you are now calling on the same person
to come and help you.
This story likes trending. This story likes trending. We are now season 4, 5, and I'm quite sure there's season 7 and 8 in the making.
At a point, I just feel like, okay, maybe she's now a content creator. She just want to trend. Maybe she's already making money from the content.
She's making is a whole lot. And
I was expecting maybe a video of she and David Umahi having their peace party and all of that. Exactly.
Smiling and come on.
But now she's coming out to say, nah, no, we're just starting the story. We're about to get to the climax of this story.
She's free to start her story, but are we free to continue? That's another question.
Hello, my people. It's Friday's edition of Trending. Thank God it's Friday. I'm so excited about today. Of course, you know what trending is all about. We will give you all the juicy gist on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. Of course, you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. But who is joining us for the Friday special edition of Trending? No other person but Mr. Michael Gobadia. Mr. Michael,
well, you know, always I enjoy Fridays because it's that time we tend to, you know, scale down on work, number one. And number two, a whole lot of things seems to happen on Friday.
A whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot.
A whole
so
lot.
I know that will also be happening on Trending.
And you're looking very relaxed today, being Friday.
Come on, it's Friday.
I'm excited for you too. Anyways, without wasting much of our time, let's see what we have today. On Trending, we have this very story that got people talking. A senior police officer was caught on camera disciplining his own junior colleague right on the road. The junior officer was allegedly extorting motorists, collecting money as usual until his boss showed up unexpectedly. What happened next? No shouting, no long talk, just action. Let's see the video.
Yeah, all the money. Drop all the money. Drop all the money. Drop all the money. Yes. I'll be angry. Unless you don't want me to send to headquarters, I'll drop it first. I'll know what to do. All of them here. Drop all of them. Drop all. All the money. Come like this. Drop all the money. Let me see you come like this. All the money. Drop it there. Yes. Drop all of them. Finish.
Then why now? Okay. Why? The police send you to collect money at the road. Your work is to prevent crime, understand? Not to collect money, not to tax this KK. It's not only to tax them, not to prevent crime. This people is not good. It's eyesore. It's eyesore. It's not good. Look at it. It's not good.
The video has since gone viral, with many Nigerians praising the senior officer for taking a stand against corruption within the force. Some are calling it accountability, others say it's long overdue. But the big question is, should more officers be publicly held accountable just like this? Yes, finally, at least something to really talk good about the police. That one person, part of the police force, is still not corrupt. Maybe not corrupt on camera, we don't know. But what I feel is he's not corrupt. Even trying to publicly humiliate the person, putting camera, asking him to bring all the money that he has with him and things like that. Personally, I'm not sure we're supposed to even see that video in the first place if the person is corrupt. But the person is really trying to sensitize, clean, and maybe finally give us the reform that we've been crying about. And that's why the person decided to put that video outside. But this tells a whole lot going on in the Nigerian police force. Just imagine you're collecting 200 naira from each motorist and all of that. And I think if you watch that video further, the senior officer even told him, he said, how much is your salary? At the end of the day, you are even earning more than your salary because of the money you take from people, which is not fair. These people are giving the police a bad name, and it's good that we still have some good ones in the Nigerian police force. Mr. Michael,
well, yeah, you're not
this?
far from the truth, and that's what we should have. We should have the Nigerian police force being clean, and all those giving them a bad name should really be shown the way out to bring that sanity back to a more reputable and respected force. I could still remember in the 60s and early 70s, the Nigerian police was highly regarded. You could even understand that we even went out as far as on United Nations security patrols and also engagement. That signifies how really important the Nigerian police force has been. But over the years, it has gone down the drain as being one of the most corrupt, and also one that seemed to have lost a whole lot of public trust. But I'm happy that narrative is now changing. But I'm also happy that we now know where the 200 naira change is going. Because nowadays, you look for 200 naira, you rarely see it. Now
when you want to enter keke, you will hear, I don't have change, oh. I don't have 200 naira
Now we know
change.
why we don't have 200 naira
Some
change.
persons are hoarding the 200 naira change. So now
Yeah.
you see. Anyways, I think this is a good one. This time around, we do not have to drag the Nigerian police force. Good one. Kudos to that very senior officer for bringing this to light. Away from that very story, a woman has gone viral after joyfully welcoming her husband back home after a terrifying ordeal. According to reports, the man was abducted on March 16, with his captors demanding a ransom of 15 million naira. For days, the family lived in fear, hoping and praying for a safe return. But in a shocking twist, he did not just get released, he escaped. Let's see the video.
Sister, my husband is back. Sister, my husband is back. Oh, I become from Mommy Daniela. Thank you, Jesus.
Details of how he managed to escape are still unclear, but what matters most is he's alive and back with his family. The emotional reunion has touched many online, with people expressing gratitude and calling it a miracle. It also raises serious concerns about security and the rising cases of abduction in the country. This looks like one of the scenes we see in Nollywood scripts, and then you just wonder, things like this really happen. But it's a miracle. That's what I would just say. Imagine being held for a few days, and the family have been running helter-skelter trying to get 15 trying to get 15 million naira. March 16th, trying to get 15 million naira, and suddenly he just managed to escaping those persons with serious ammunitions and all of that. That's a great miracle, Mr. Michael. What do you feel about this?
Definitely, it goes to show that miracles do exist.
Yeah, of course.
But it also goes to show that we are really in a dire situation as it concerns insecurity in the country. You always should be thankful to God anytime your loved one go out and come back safe home. And you need to always give God that glory. And I do understand the happiness and the call of joy that family will be experiencing at the moment, and a whole lot of thanksgiving that will take place on account of that definitely mind-blowing escape that he had. But I'd rather also look at what he said, that some other persons, especially a woman that was kidnapped alongside with him, is still under that very terrible ordeal. With him, if they can also reach out to the Nigerian police force to see how they can go and rescue the persons that are still held in captivity. I just wish he gives them the needed information, so at least other Nigerians should also enjoy the feeling of being free and not held under captivity.
Yes, we hope that the person comes back safe and sound. We hope that God brings them back. But it raises serious concern, like we say, concerning insecurity going on in the country. And we're calling on the right authorities to please do the needful to ensure that we are safe and sound. Away from that very story, Queen Ewuare has broken her silence over the controversy surrounding Peller's visit. In a bold statement, she dismissed claims from the Benin Traditional Council, saying they were not accurate. According to her, Peller's visit was fully authorized, contrary to what many have been told. But she didn't stop there. She hinted that there are bigger issues behind the scenes, far beyond what the public currently knows. The revelation has sparked mixed reactions online, with many questioning what the full story really is. So now the big question is, what exactly is being hidden from the public? Yes, what exactly is being hidden, in as much as we feel like we're not supposed to talk too much about this issue, but we're still really trying to see what is playing out behind the scene concerning this issue, because we heard that her visit, rather Peller's visit, was permitted by the Queen and was not approved by the palace chiefs, the traditional councils, and all of that. But now she is bringing out a stamped document showing that Peller's visit was authorized. So now, where is the lie? That's what I've been trying to really figure out, because she's coming out to say it was authorized, but the Benin Traditional Council said it was not authorized. So where exactly is the lie at this point? Mr. Michael, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I do. I would really want both of them. I'm talking about the Queen herself and also the Benin Traditional Council. And let them see how they can harmonize and see where that break in understanding really existed prior to the visit of Peller to the palace. And let us see where that miscommunication really, what happened on account of that, and see how that can be corrected so they do not go through such a narrative any other time. It will really be helpful, and it will do put in an end to this great misunderstanding that exists between the Benin Traditional Council and the Queen, which is also a part of the palace. So we do not need such unnecessary ranting and also such unnecessary statements, but rather a quick resolution of the problem. So at least that very place will go back to the way it used to be, having that revered, respected tone that it should have.
Yes, we're praying and hoping that this whole issue has been resolved amicably. Anyways, away from that very story, a major update in the case surrounding Mohbad. Court-certified laboratories in the UK have reportedly declined to conduct a paternity test on his son. According to reports, the late singer's body has been embalmed since 2023, making it difficult to obtain viable samples for accurate DNA testing. The development has raised fresh concerns as many continue to seek clarity and closure in the ongoing situation. With this challenge, questions are now being asked about alternative methods and what the next step will be in determining the truth. The big question is, where does this leave this very case? Yes, I've been trying not to talk too much about this Mohbad's issue, but at this point, I feel like we really need to talk about this issue. As for me, I feel like this is no longer love from the family, because how exactly do you leave your loved one being embalmed since 2023? Just trying to prove a point. Prove a point. What point exactly are you trying to prove? That's what I'm feeling. This is no longer love, like I would say. This is just trying to prove a point. Leaving your loved one. And now the hospitals, the laboratories that were approved by court said they cannot carry out this DNA test. Why? Because this body has been embalmed for long. How are they supposed to get accurate results with embalmed body for almost 3 years? This is a very sad one, and the fact that Mohbad has been in embalmment and all of this since 3 years is one thing that is giving me chills all over my body. I do not really want to think about that. I really do not want to put myself in that situation at all, but it is a very sad story that we are still talking about Mohbad in 2026. Mr. Michael.
Well, yes, indeed, a sad story, and I'm really also not happy that this case has dragged for too long. Come on, let's let the dead rest, and letting him rest. The issue of the paternity test and DNA. We'll plead with the wife. If you said, well, yes, it's the son, let's understand, let's do it. But there are other ways you can also get DNA testing. You can also get it from Mohbad's relative and try to see if the percentage does match that of the son. You can also do that.
Yes, of course.
There are ways you can also do that. So let them let the dead rest. Let them put him to rest, and let him really rest, and let them see how they can really find other alternative means if they are still not fully convinced that the Mohbad son is from their family lineage. Let them find other ways of doing it. But please, let's let Mohbad rest in peace, and let this case end. It has dragged for too long. The young boy that they are battling for is about 3 now, going to 4 years or 5 years, and it's not right that he's not only losing a father, but also having controversy surrounding his head. Let's see how this can be resolved, and let them put an end to all of this.
I feel like we should let Mohbad rest in peace at this point. This whole issue has lingered for long and it's not really funny at this time. We're calling on the family. Let's see a way we could resolve this amicably without all of these draggings here and there going on. Let's see how we could just resolve it. Mr. Michael rightly said that they could do the DNA test with any of the relative. He has a father. So why don't we just go through all of that process and just bury this whole issue once and for all? Well, let's see if we get more updates regarding this very story. Once we do, we'll definitely bring them to you. Businesswoman Tracy Ohiri is trending again. She is crying out to Nigerians over what she describes as betrayal and manipulation. In her statement, she claims she has not been fully paid for an agreement involving a retraction video linked to Dave Umahi, that is the Minister of Works. According to her, she was allegedly persuaded through her lawyer, Mashal Abubakar, to record the video under the condition that she would be paid before it was made public. But she says that never happened. Instead, the video was reportedly released without her consent and without full payment. But let's watch this video together.
Where is my money? Barrister Masha, where is my payment? You gave me a script, Masha. You forced me to do this video. Every time you keep threatening me that if I do not do this video, you will take your hands off the case. You said the person told you he's willing to pay me and compensate me for even arresting me and body shaming me in public. Where he said it's not somebody that is looking anyhow. Masha, where is my money? If you want me to ruin my personality and integrity, is it for $70,000? Masha, please, where is my payment? You threatened me that you will go all out, you will come for me, you will do this to me, you will do that to me. You will ensure I'm locked up. That is what you, Masha, said. Masha, where is my payment? Masha, where is my money? Masha, how did you release the video without me collecting my money? I gave you my videos in confidence. You said I should trust you and release my video to you. I gave you my video. You told me that I will receive my payment before you release the video. Masha, where is my money? Where is my payment? You cannot be begging. You cannot use me. You cannot use me, Masha. You have no integrity.
Now she's calling on Nigerians to come to her rescue again as the situation continues to spark reactions online. As always, these are allegations and many are waiting to hear responses from all parties involved. But the question remains, what really happened behind the scene? Yes, Mr. Michael said that we're going to hear, we're going to have season 3, season 4, season 5, and all of that going on.
This narrative have not ended. This story likes trending. This story likes trending. We are now season 4, 5, and I'm quite sure there's season 7 and 8 in the making. So let's come on. Now she's coming back to Nigeria. Nigerians that she told
the same Nigerians that she never apologized to in the first place. So, she apologized to the Minister of Works. She never apologized to Nigerians until she started getting backlash from netizens, and then she came out to say, let's apologize to Nigerians. And a whole lot of persons that were really involved in her case said they were never going to get involved in her case and even on other people's case related like this, because how do you expect people to leave all of their daily routines and coming out to help you fight your battle? At the end of the day, you're asking everybody to mind their business. Mind your business. And now you are now calling on the same person to come and help you. Now you're saying but come to think of it, Mr. Michael, I feel like the very first video she did, the retraction video, when I saw that, I noticed she was reading. She was reading a script. I said, this whole thing is scripted. This lady is reading a script. Who wrote this script? So now, how do we now look at her integrity? Exactly. Now she's saying the lawyer is making her like all of this whole thing. And I am personally tired of this story. I am tired of this story, but it's trending and we have to talk about this lady. At a point, I just feel like, okay, maybe she's now a content creator. She just want to trend. Maybe she's already making money from the content. Making is a whole lot, and maybe even enough to pay the money, the debt. So we don't really know why she's always coming out to give us more updates. Like, I didn't see this twist coming, for real. I never saw this twist. I was expecting maybe a video of she and Dave Umahi having their
burying the
peace
hatchet,
party and all of
sharing,
that. Exactly.
smiling, and come on.
But now she's coming out to say, nah, no, we're just starting the story. We're about to get to the climax of this story.
She's free to start her story, but are we free to continue? That's another question.
Oh my God. But at this point, like we said, all of these are still allegations until the parties involved comes out to say something about this very story. So we're waiting on David Umahi, that is the Minister of Works, former Ebonyi State Governor, and also the, the lawyer, Marshall, that she was calling. Marshall, where is my money? We are waiting to hear updates from this person. So once we get, so at the end of the day, we said this was not a developing story, but at the end of the day, this is now a developing story. So once we get more updates, we'll definitely bring them to you. Well, this is where we have to wrap up on trending, but it's super, super amazing. Friday's edition, you know, is always very special, and all thanks to Mr. Michael for always making it super exciting and enjoyable
and I really want to thank those persons that keep trending, especially those ones that always have to be a follow-up.
Yeah.
Well, you're also making it more interesting. And well, anyway, our thoughts are with you, although. But like she said, it's a weekend. Why not go out there, relax, but do what seems to be right. And remember, to be a great country, you also need to have a great family and be a part of a great family.
Of course, and you can also be part of this discussion. Reach us through our comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, at Atlantic Media and TV. I will see you for another super exciting edition of Trending, same time next week. I remain Mercy Erabo. Have a blessed weekend.